Come on, man.
Hey, what's up with you?
Wow, niggas look nice as. Niggas look so nice.
You okay, man?
Nigga, shut your ass up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, man. Off the camera.
Aw, so cute.
Yeah.
So what?
You got the doctors talking about money versus actually liking the job.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, actually. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Let's go.
What's up, folks? Blokechat back at it. Today's topic is, would you rather think with your heart or your mind? So,
My niggas laughing on the
Seven folks, Blokechat back at it. Today's topic is, would you rather follow your heart or your mind? So,
I bet. What situations are we talking about then?
instinct.
Are we only out here talking about like,
yeah,
you talking about gut feelings, like hard decisions, or what do you say?
I'll give you a situation. Say, love for instance. Would you follow your heart or would you follow your mind?
Obviously, it depends on the situation, yeah. There's some situations where you follow your heart, and there's some where, you obviously go with the mind. So example with love, right? Another good example could be, let's say your partner cheated on you, right? You don't lose the feelings for that person in one day, right? So if you're gonna go with based on your heart, bro, best believe you're gonna stay. But if you go with your mind, and then now you gotta balance it out, you feel what I mean? So in situations like that, you actually gotta balance it. I like this person a lot, but my mind is telling me that I don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? You come middle. So it really depends on situations.
The question, nigga, is what would you choose? You personally.
Yeah, so like
For your example, you chose if someone cheated on you.
yeah.
So would you follow your heart or would you follow your mind?
In situations like that, I'll definitely go with my mind. Because if I follow my heart, best believe I'm gonna stay. And if they do it again, I'll probably stay as well.
What?
Nah, true or not?
Nah, it's hard like to move on.
Okay, let's say second time.
First time you stay, but then second time you're like, what the fuck? Like, how am I and why am I giving you another chance?
That's your mind.
First time,
That's your
what I'm
mind.
saying. First time you'll let your heart do the talking and you just follow your heart.
Yeah.
Second time you're like, hey, bro, I gave you enough chances. I gotta go. Like, I'm not gonna put myself through this shit all over again. Cause it's hard, but with your heart, like when you listen to your heart, it's like the easy way out. But then with your mind, it's harder because you have to physically tell yourself to move on. Like, just ignore that person. You have to like cut that person out of your life, kind of thing.
To obviously expand a bit more on the topic, right? We need to know what thinking about the mind. What does that mean, right? So does it mean doing the right thing? Does it mean you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because we keep saying, oh, we'll go with the mind or we'll go with the heart, but what does the mind actually mean, or what does the heart actually mean?
Yeah. Your mind knows what's good for you. Like always knows what's good for you. But your heart is influenced by emotions.
That's what I'm trying to say. Your brain is like physical aspect, stress and always worrying, and then your heart's just the happiness kind of thing. Like,
wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff. We really need you. Wake up, Jeff. You're missing all the fun now. Wake up, Jeff, before the day's through.
That's where, like, once you choose one side of it, the other part is still there. It's still in effect, So if you do go follow your mind, then all that emotions are still there. It's not like it's gonna disappear. So that's probably one of the hardest things, because even though you choose one side, the other side still plays into it as well.
You know how we're all humans, yeah? You get a first thought, and then say you're about to make a decision. You get the first thought, and then you get the second thought. But you never follow the first one. You always go with the second one. So what's your thoughts on that? What do you reckon? Because at the end of the day, when you choose the second one, you always regret the first one. Like, shit, I should have done that.
But in that case, the first one is actually like always your heart or your gut instinct.
Yeah. So what do you think? That's your heart.
This whole time you've been talking about following your mind, and then now truly, when you are facing situations, you always do regret that first
one you didn't go
decision that you didn't go with. And that always generally is that quick thing that comes to your mind, that your heart, your gut instinct, rather than because the mind is what gives you that second thought, because you've had time to think about whatever it is. And that's usually the decisions you regret making. Yeah. So, honestly, it depends on the situation. So when you're talking about the cheating, then that's when it's the heart, the mind or whatever. But like, let's say career goals, when it comes to spending your own money in terms of things like, do I want this? Do I want this item? Do I even need it? Anything like that. Like,
making big spend, like like spending on something pretty big, you know. So like let's say a car or something like that, you know. That's not something that you're just gonna go gut instant and you be like, yeah, I like that Mercedes, you know. Let me just get it, you know. Like,
Sounds this dude, bro.
That's what
dreaming about me. Because every single car you couldn't get.
But with that as well, sometimes like, you know, people always say your first gut instinct is what you should go with all the time, but people don't do it. Yeah. Sometimes your second one is better than your first one.
Yeah. And I also feel like with that first instinct, that's more of like that's the most simple thing, and then when the second is just more like now you're overthinking.
Makes you overthink.
You know? It's almost like when it just give you a math question. The answer is simple, but then you want to go plus this minus this.
You're adding extra stuff.
You actually go on top of that because you're overthinking the situation.
Yeah, and this is why like I'll always tell a lot of people as well, like don't just go with your emotions, because that's deep inside how you're feeling at the moment, but it's probably not the best outcome, because you might do something that you definitely regret. So that's like even arguing with someone, because if you follow your emotions, you're probably like really mad, you might hit them, you might do something, and that's not the outcome you want, right? So that's why for me, I always like to step back from the scenario and try to like think it in reevaluate everything, see how everything's going, and then make my decision.
I reckon a lot of the time as well, with time, decisions in life kind of become like easier because the more educated you are on a certain scenario, situation, or an instance or whatever, the more you're able to actually think through whatever it is you're about to do, right? And even sometimes it becomes an instinct, or it becomes part of your heart as well, because the two have become the one with the more you've aged and matured as an individual. But I reckon obviously there might be some things that you've just never faced in life that you do have to step back and think. But most times, like let's say an argument you're having with someone, you've been through this type of situation before, you're able to now rationally think about it like that and find out a way to resolve the situation, a relationship, whatever. When it comes to spending money, you've learned how to, pattern yourself as you've been growing up. Things like that become a lot easier. So it's not even about the heart, the mind, it's just you now. It's your perception, it's your ability to actually rationalize the situation now. So like you're not even actually needing to have a first or second thought, it's just the one, and they've become the one, But obviously, as you're faced with new situations, that is when you do have to, damn, disgusting. Anyway.
So obviously with feelings and I mean with emotions and with making the right decision, it comes back to timing, right? So let's say I want to do something that I'm passionate about, right? And my heart says follow that, and that's your dream or whatever. But then my mind is telling me that this is not the right time for this yet, right? Because I will not succeed if I jump into it straight away. There's some stuff I gotta take care of first, right?
Like this season with like my soccer, like I was playing at a higher level, but then I thought about like I'm not at that level to play there for the whole season. So I thought about it. I was like, let me step down to it's not really a lower level, but the competition is not as strong.
Yeah, I know. You know what you're trying to say. It's a
so
lot
I was there to like get more game time and gain experience as well, so I could feel more comfortable if I do want to take that step up forward. I'm able to do that because I already had a whole year of playing first team and getting better experience. And then with that, because the thing is, I know if I play at that high level and I'm not there confident yet, I'm going to get injured, injury after injury after injury. So like that's what's been happening. Like last season, I missed out like almost 2 months because of injury kind of thing. Yeah.
See, in a situation like that, I would say that you're able to, balance, your mindset and following your heart just perfectly, right? Because obviously you're trying to follow your goals, your dreams, but then your mind is telling you that you got to start at you're not ready, you're not ready to play at that high level, so let's start off nice and slow. And that's the only way to succeed. If you're able to balance it like this, then
that's what I'm gonna say. It never really comes down to a split.
It's never split.
It's more of a combination of like both things. Maybe when it comes to like the more like serious decisions, you do have to combine both. One, if your heart was never there, you wouldn't have that passion.
It took me ages to come up with that decision because I was like, nah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. That's not my last option. But then I thought about it. I gave it time. And then I gave it time.
I hope your teammates don't watch this, bro.
No. Because the thing is, we're all there for a reason. We're all there for a reason. We're all there to like gain experience and help. And
coach doesn't see this.
Alright, there's such.
Too many F's. Hey. Look at this dude, bro.
Bro.
shows.
Oh shit! Nigga replaced Rainy and shit.
Alright. There are certain situations where your mind and your heart sort of clash, you know? You know what I'm saying?
For instance, there was a situation that I was going through a while back, you know, where I was in a job that I was making crazy money and all that. But then the job itself wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I sort of, you know, thought to myself, this isn't really worth it. If my heart isn't in this, then, you know, this money ain't worth it like that.
Straight up, I was in the same situation, bro. Niggas were getting slaved. Money was good, yeah. Money was good, but my heart was telling me no. I was either, you know, quit or just keep working. But then I kept working towards me quitting. But then I got fired before. I got fired before I quit. So.
What that really highlights is the fact that when you go against what you know is the right decision, you're gonna end up in some bad situations, man. You know, and that's the most detrimental part of it all. It's not the fact that the decision is bad, but what it does to you afterwards more so. You know what I mean? Like when you're stuck somewhere, like that, you know you're not meant to be, and you know you could have avoided it if you did the right thing initially. But that's where where it plays games with your mind. You know what I mean? To be honest, I would say that the better decision would probably have been to stay. I'll tell you why. Because the right decision doesn't mean it's the easiest one as well. You know, let's say you make the right decision, you're still gonna have to stick through whatever it is you make. Not only in this situation, but any situation, even in general. You know, the right decision doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna have a rosy path in whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? That comes with anything that you're actually working towards. You know. So in that situation, you would have regrets because someone in that type of similar scenario, they've left the job. Where's the income coming in now? Obviously, you're gonna have regrets because you're left with nothing. You know, you followed what your heart has told you to do, and now you're left with nothing that your mind has even thought through about. Whereas I feel if you've been able to, you know, train the mind and be like, you know what I mean, like you know what, there's like gonna be a better. I can work through this and then I can step up to somewhere else rather than just dipping. So like, regardless, you're gonna have to like fight through. Even it's not always gonna be the easiest choice, but when you do make the decision, it sometimes can be the easy decision. But it depends on whatever it is.
To quickly add on that, that situation is just called life, right? Because it's just life, right?
Hey, make sure you put that.
Did you do that?
That situation is just called life, right? Because anyways, in a situation like that, to be honest, it's just called life, right? And then it's all about trying to strengthen your mindset and trying to, obviously with your heart, if you can do something about it, then do something about it. But with the mind, I feel like you could always train yourself and try to become stronger. If you're placed in a position where, even though you don't like it, but then your mind said, you have to stick with it, right? So example, I don't use that example again, but like with what Daniel was saying, he was saying that in that position he would stay, right? For me, I would stay until I find a new position, right? So that's just, even though I don't like it, then now that's just being able to strengthen up here, And I feel like, when you be able to do that, man, like you stay true to yourself.
In all honesty, like, you can't manipulate the heart, but you can manipulate the mind. So like, you can.
The heart itself is what manipulates the mind.
Pretty much, Like, I'll give you an example as me, because I work every morning. I put my alarm on at 5 because I start work at 7. So you gotta wake up an hour before and just lay in bed and just think, You gotta motivate yourself, man. I love this job. It's crazy, meeting new people and stuff like that.
Shut up, bro.
I swear, you gotta do that. You gotta do it. Because as soon as you get to the job, you see crazy, slavery, crazy, shovel, No type of motivation. Hey, you look at the time, because it's 7 o'clock, you're like, work, you're like, yeah, I'm loving this, man, it's crazy. Right, it's like, hey, it feels like it's getting late. Look, it's 7:10, what? You wanna go home?
On the reels though, I feel like if you're having trouble making decisions, or should I go with this or should I go with that,
talk to someone as well, bro.
Yeah, like talk to people around you.
I was gonna say it's more possibly even lack of education most times, because that impacts every decision essentially. Lack of education can actually compromise how you're gonna go and where you're gonna end up as well most times as well. If you're knowledgeable about something, you're gonna be a whole lot more wiser in the decisions you make.
And let them know it's not just only like school-based education. Like it's
Yeah. No, we're not talking about like school education. Yeah, it's even life.
Yeah,
You know,
life,
there's
life
different.
experience,
There's books and then there's the streets, bro.
People
Yeah.
that's been through
There's
it all.
two.
But yeah, and this is the thing about experience as well, because there's a lot of
Yeah,
young people
yeah.
that like, you know, they see things and obviously emotions just drives their decision, you know. So
They haven't-
yeah, and
streetwise,
they really believe like this is a do or die or any of that. And then when you get to like talk to someone that's older, and then they explain to you like it's not really that serious and all that, because they've obviously had that like experience, and then the younger people like they have had no experience, so they think it's like it's done for them. But that's why you gotta take time with everything you think about. Speak to people that are probably a little bit older or someone that's gone through the same situation, and then it will make it a lot easier for you.
Speaking of that younger people thing, that's another reason why you find so many like young people stuck on that one love or this one person that's so damaging to them. They haven't, like, I reckon it's so consuming at a young age when you haven't experienced anything that love is all that is in your eyes and all that's in your mind, you know? Whereas
Yeah, clowns, bro.
let's say that person had experienced a lot more, even spoken to someone who's experienced as well, you know?
Yeah.
The different angles that they can look at the situation from becomes a whole lot wider, you know, and then that situation of love becomes a whole lot smaller as well, and then you can make the right decision. But yeah, it expands to all streams of life. Knowing about the situation expands into everything. If you have knowledge of it, you make wiser decisions. Period.
And that's probably why first love is probably one of the toughest ones.
Yeah.
Like the toughest ones, because you haven't really experienced anything before it, so you're just going in. I was about to say going in raw.
Hey, on the rules there, you can't make decision based on feelings, or you can't make decision based on the mind. You have to find a way to balance it, and I feel like if you're having trouble with that, just find a way to train your mind. And with the heart, will always want what it wants, so you can't do too much about that. But again, that's just life.
Hey, don't forget to ask for help too, bro. 'cause
Yeah.
a lot of people know what you're going through as well.
Help
And
Help is easy.
in all honesty, a good trick to do is because I watched a video on TED Talks. Suka will back me up on that.
Yeah, Tito's
Yeah. There was this lady, she's a doctor. She said do the 5-second method. So you count from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change your mindset and see yourself doing that thing first before you actually do it. And then that way it will get rid of your fear and anything else.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
And search that up.
Alright. For this episode on the spot question, fellas, would you take $5 million tomorrow, knowing that from that decision you make, 5 people will die?
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Damn, no.
People I don't know.
People you don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Why you just know? Why you just know?
Hey, people gotta go someday.
Yeah, whatever that person's about to die the next day, you never know.
How do you
Yeah,
know
so hey,
though?
5 million, I'm good.
This could be anyone.
Hey, but what if it's like your closest relatives? Like,
Nah, that's fucked.
Nah, people I don't know. They said.
no, but you don't know who it is. That's the thing.
But it's
Like,
not.
like you don't know who's gonna go. You don't know
The
who.
chance is gonna be so relative.
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can.
Is it your fault that they die?
Yep.
It's 100%
Because you
your
took
fault.
the money.
Yeah. As soon as you
Then
take
nah,
Hey, that's not money, bro.
Hey, how much did you say?
5 mil. It's
$5
not
million
that
is
much,
nothing.
yeah? Oh, so now you're putting a price to people's lives, cuz.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
5 million is nothing, yeah?
5 million is nothing.
I
which
bet.
means-
Let's talk to the price.
Which means those people's lives. Okay.
What?
You check.
Hey,
Alright, no. We'll raise the price. We'll raise the price.
Huh?
1 bill.
6 million.
1 billion.
Nigga, the real you came out.
Bro, they're
But
dead.
the thing, you won't even know who it is. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
nah, I still wouldn't take it, bro, because you're valuing money over someone's life.
Yeah, and then I said, what if it's one person? 1 person, 1 bill.
One person. One bill. Okay.
Yeah, you get 1 billion for one person.
Hey, think about it in this scenario, right? Let's say you won the money, right? And then straight away you get a phone call, like the person that you love has passed away. Would you even think about that money?
You wouldn't.
Nope.
You wouldn't, right?
To the side.
Some people may even pray that that person comes back and the money goes away.
Yeah,
So now you're having your feelings now, huh?
You feel like dirty money.
You're the one that was gonna take 6 million, bro. What do you mean?
Joking, bro.
Make 5 million some other way, man.
Yeah,
bad, huh?
legit. Hey,
Never.
hey, we live in a world of opportunities. You can make 5
one
million.
life, one bill though.
Yeah, nah, I agree with that.
What? Daniel, come on, bro.
I'm just I'm trying to. I want to get the real
Take
answer.
the money, bro.
No, bro. I want to get the real answer out of people.
Hey, let's be honest. Who's actually gonna take the money?
Hey, niggas, be honest. Hey,
To be honest,
Listen. There's 7 billion people in this world. If one person dies just because you're getting money, what's the difference there?
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Like, what happens if you're about to die but you need that money to like help you?
damn, nigga, you be adding extra shit.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's true. What happens if you find out?
In all honesty, in another way you can take it, yeah, is like you choose to take the money, and then go help people with that money. So then that way, you know,
You have to feel better.
The thing is, like,
you only
Feel
do
better after you've killed.
but in a way,
You said one.
yeah, one person. One person passes away, but you helped like millions of
Like
other
millions
people.
of others,
Like,
yeah.
the thing is, like,
Yeah.
I need. Be honest, yeah. If you're in a position where you actually need money, yeah, and then after this opportunity comes,
you're not gonna worry about that.
yeah. So I'm saying, in that position, would you put yourself first, or would you be like, nah, I can't do that? And that should be honest, bro.
You gotta be selfish.
Or like if you were homeless. Like,
Yeah,
quite
that's
homeless.
it.
I do it, but let me say this here. Alright, ready? Again. 1 bill. Yep. 1 person.
Yep.
And you decide.
I decide.
Yeah.
I'll take it, bro.
You decide what?
I'll take
Oh,
it.
you decide it.
You decide.
You decide?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
taking
take
it.
it.
Yeah,
Someone
you
who's really
die.
sick, I'm gonna end them.
Wait.
What about evil people?
No, but think about it.
Oh, bro, I was thinking like criminals and that.
Donald Trump already died. Nah, but like, if you can't have one,
No.
hey, what happens if like someone's like, hey, you're dying tomorrow, you can't help it.
Not only that, someone laying in hospital
Yeah,
bed,
like coma, like vegetables.
But hey, some people like that, they'll prefer to die than to live.
Yeah.
Let me help you. Let me help you.
He said, let me help you. What the fuck is it called? Euthanasia.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
But
People
like,
who want that, if you want that, I'm kicking you. He said, I'll help you out.
You want to
yeah,
It's a lucky day. It's a lucky day. I got you.
Oh my God, bro. It's better be killed him, bro.
At the end of the day, everybody gonna do anything for money, bro.
Nah, who's
Yo.
Whoa. That's you, boy.
I said everybody, I didn't say myself. Hey, when it comes down to it, hey,
money talks, bro.
Money,
Premium.
the love of money.
Hey, I'd rather work for my money, so it's all
Yeah, sir.
What?
Money rules the world.
If you gave free money, you wouldn't take it?
Don't lie to me.
standout
Yeah,
expansion.
so bad.
Where's the expense? Hey, you leave stand there, bro. Where's it?
Hey, God, the next day, hey, how's that go? Stand there. That's alright. That's alright.
Man, hey, don't do everything for money, bro. Think about your decisions as well. Follow your mind.
Think about others.
Together. That's it. Love everybody. Hey, shout out to everybody that gives us all the questions and all that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ollie behind the camera as well. Hey. We'll drop out his football academy, his Keen's business partner as well. We'll drop all his ass down there.
Check it out.
Check out his
Instagram account as well.
Right
If I become a pro, you know why? It's because of Ollie.
And hey,
Hey, your cousin guys.
Shout out to my cousin Yagag. I'll follow her art page on Instagram. Shout out.
They don't want to pull after that, bro.
Oh, mate.
Hey, say it again, bro.
I just want to shout out to Nyagag Art Official on Instagram. Go follow her page. She does some crazy African drawings and stuff like that. So just go check her out.
Alright.
The best one around.
It's a wrap.
Hey, follow my IG too. Just
Sure. hey, wait. Follow my IG as well. You know, Chief follow. Follow mine, Alex. Follow mine more.
Yeah, that's
Don't
alright.
follow that. I'm gonna be right here.